At least Brett Cooper looks like Snow White in this promo, whereas you can't really say the same thing about Rachel Zegler.
It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024.
We are attempting something huge. We're going up against Disney. We have our critics, but we have passion and we have a mission in mind that is bigger than just this.
More than 85 years after Walt Disney amazed us with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it's surprising that this classic story is still causing debates. But Disney's latest actions have made fans furious. Now, a new Snow White movie is on the way, and many fans are supporting it. Disney's live-action remakes have been both exciting and controversial. Some fans enjoy seeing their favorite characters, like Belle and Simba, in a new way. Others, however, feel that Disney is ruining these classics. The issues became clear with Aladdin and The Little Mermaid, but things got even worse with Snow White. The controversy started when Disney cast Latina actress Rachel Zegler as Snow White. Many fans were upset with this choice. But things got even more heated when Disney announced that the Seven Dwarfs would be replaced with magical creatures. This decision led to major backlash. However, a recent photo suggests the dwarfs might return, but fans still aren't happy with their look. Another big issue is the change in the storyline. Rachel Zegler's comments about the film have also sparked criticism. She stated, "It's not 1937 anymore," and explained that the movie would focus less on romance. She even suggested that the prince in the original film was a stalker, which upset many fans. Because of these changes and the backlash, Disney has delayed the film's release from 2024 to 2025. Meanwhile, a new Snow White movie is being made by The Daily Wire, a conservative media company. Their version, Snow White and the Evil Queen, will stick to the original Brothers Grimm fairy tale and is set to release in 2024. The movie promises to focus on traditional themes like friendship, magic, inner beauty, and romance, values that some fans feel Disney is abandoning. Actress and YouTuber Brett Cooper will play Snow White in this version. Many fans support her because she is committed to keeping the classic elements of the story. Cooper, known for her popular YouTube channel, has spoken about her excitement for the role and even shared a teaser of her singing. With Disney's version facing heavy criticism and The Daily Wire offering an alternative, fans now have two very different Snow White movies to choose from.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
She also reacted to another TikTok user's video, which pointed out that Snow White and the Evil Queen is not trying to appeal to woke audiences. Brett Cooper completely agreed with this statement.
Expecting this announcement, at least Brett Cooper looks like Snow White in this promo, whereas you can't really say the same thing about Rachel Zegler. It would be one thing if Snow White turned around and put a MAGA hat on or some bullshit. That's not, people don't want propaganda on the other side. They just want propaganda-free entertainment.
It's Hollywood, baby.
And that really is the main point. We're not trying to turn Snow White into something that it's not. We're not trying to turn Snow White into a MAGA conservative movie. We're just trying to represent the values that Snow White is based.
Brett Cooper also addressed an important comment about her appearance in the film. In the video, it's clear that Snow White has long hair, whereas Disney's original cartoon featured her with a short bob. Brett explained that in the original Grimm Brothers story, every illustration shows Snow White with long hair, which is historically more accurate for the time period. She pointed out that while Disney owns the 1937 animated movie, they do not own the original fairy tale. This new film is based on the Brothers Grimm story, not Disney's version. The key focus of this adaptation is to preserve the timeless values that have made the fairy tale beloved for generations. Brett emphasized that this movie is not about pushing a political agenda. This approach has resonated with many audiences who appreciate a faithful adaptation that doesn't try to force unnecessary changes. This discussion is especially relevant because Disney seems to have forgotten the huge risk Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was when it was first made. The Daily Wire co-founder, Jeremy Boring, has stated that Disney is being disrespectful to Walt Disney's vision by altering the very story that helped build the company into what it is today.
To build his dream. One of his greatest risks and greatest achievements was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Critics at the time called it Disney's folly. They were certain it would be a flop. It was 400% over budget, and it would have bankrupted the entire company if it didn't succeed. But it did succeed. It went on to become one of the top-grossing films of all time. Everything you see today from Disney was made possible by Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So there's no better example of Disney's disregard for their own heritage or their disregard for their own audience than their current remake of their own classic film. Walt once said about Snow White, quote, "To me, I thought it was the perfect story. I had the sympathetic dwarves. I had the prince and the girl, the romance. I just thought it was a perfect story." Unfortunately, the company Disney founded doesn't agree with their founder of Disney.
The Daily Wire and Brett Cooper already seem like a much better and more heartfelt combination than Disney and Rachel Zegler. If Disney continues down this path, things could go terribly wrong for them. What do you think about this new Snow White movie? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to check out this other video.